What is up, YouTube? Today we're back with another Guild War banger, since we are going to be fighting against Kyoto, which is rank number 2 at the moment, and it seems that they might actually be going for a Hall of Fame push, and obviously this will be their first time going around, so best of luck to them, and hopefully they are able to make it. But nonetheless, we got some tryhard Guild Wars today. I don't know if we're going to be able to cook too much, since this is a must win for us. And yeah, without further ado, let's just jump straight into it and just break it down. So let's go. Alright, so for round number 1, we are going to be attacking BinWoo, one of our longtime friends, and we're going to be fighting against Lilius, Apoc, and Senya. Now, what we're going to be doing is, as there's Apoc, we're going to want Doris on the field, and it's really important that we have the immunity set on her, because we do want to avoid getting provoke locked by the Senya, and if we do, we're going to be really big danger. Now, for our second unit, we do have Lilius dual attacking a bunch of times, so we're going to have Yola here taking the bait, and she's going to be on Aureus with immunity, and again, immunity is here just so that we can avoid being provoke locked by the Senya moving first. And for the third unit we're going to be running is Ilnav. Now, if you're going to be copying this team, I do recommend running something like Lone Crescent Bellona, because she is able to safely crit onto the Senya, and a lot of the dual attacks will help her trigger her passive very quickly. Now, if you don't, I'm just going to be running Ilnav. Now, you do want to make sure you have immunity. Again, you want to avoid getting provoke locked by the Senya. And for Ilnav, we're going to be running S3EE almost always, and don't ask me why I don't have 12%, I just don't.
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that?
But anyhow, that's it for round 1. For round 2, we're going to be running against Conquer, Lilius, Savior, Aiden, and Landy. Now, obviously, the obvious choice with 2 light units is we're going to be running Pillis. And we do have Pillis on protection set, which is going to give an extra 12% HP of the caster's max health. And we do want to run Holy Sacrifice, because we do not want to get destroyed, because obviously if you have Vigor plus Alexis Basket on the Aiden and it one-shots your Pillis and you're on Aureus, you're probably going to lose the fight because you no longer have a Dark Bait. So even if you have Roanna healing with the dual attacks, it's just not enough. So we want to make sure that we're able to stabilize so that we are able to come back. For our second unit, we're going to be running Roanna on the release team imprint, and we're going to be running with immunity and also on Idol's Cheer. Now, Idol's Cheer is going to be giving our Charlotte a lot of CR pushing, especially if they counter, if they hit the, if the Aiden counters, if the Landy S3s, any of that is going to be triggering our Roanna to push us a ton. And then Charlotte, we're just going to be running on a standard lifesteal immunity set, also on Symbol of Unity with the CR push EE as always. And the idea here is basically they're just going to run into the Pillis. We're just going to slam with Charlotte, as we're always going to have buffs, and should be good to go. So let's find out if we are successful. Alright, so we do see that the Lilius moves first at 21.1k HP. And pretty respectable damage. We get the CR push, and we're going to use the Ilnav speed since the Doors got pushed with the Water's Origin. And let me just make sure my mic's unmuted. Perfect. Okay. So we don't really need to get our buffs up. But the unfortunate thing is that the Senya is going to move after our whole team. So I'm just going to S1 into this first. And I'm just going to drop S3 because I don't know how much HP the Senya has. So I just want to reliably just go for damage. Well, obviously you S3 first anyways. So the Apoc move ahead, 23k HP with 1 stack of injury. Okay. So it's 14k Senya. Okay. So it's good that the Senya actually moved before our Yulha, because now we can dump Yulha S3 onto the Senya. And if we have 27, so we might do about 10k HP on S3 with Yulha, which would leave the Senya with about 4k HP. And then if we dump an S2 with Ilnav onto Senya, we can release the provoke lock from the Doris, which makes sense to me. So let's do that. This should do about 10k, maybe like 11.3. Let's see. She does have a barrier. So yeah, so the barrier maybe gave her a little bit more HP, but nonetheless, we should be able to kill even if we don't crit here, since she's pretty low HP. Okay, we're very close. We still have immunity, so it's not the end of the world, I guess. And we just kill her since the injury procs. Obviously, if we use the S2 on any other unit, it basically pops the injury. So now we definitely just need to stabilize. So we're just going to S2. The threat is now out of the picture, because if the Senya is dead, there's really not much else to it. I mean, yeah, the dual attacks are a little bit annoying with the injury stacking of the Yulha, but it's really nothing to be too concerned about in my opinion. Now the Lilius does have 1 more turn off the S3, which is going to do quite a bit of damage, so I think I am just gonna go for the APOC, because the barrier is pretty thick on the Lilius right now, and it is counter APOC in case we need to leave any notes for our team, or I mean the rest of our guildies. And 100 ER resisted, so I'm just gonna S1. Maybe we provoke lock here. Nice. Now, since our Yulha is like less than half, we're just gonna heal her up here. Obviously, we're not gonna be able to heal the full with an S3 dump, just because we killed the Senya earlier. And yeah, the rest of the fight should be pretty stabilized now. The APOC's just gonna take a bunch more damage from the Illinev. And it's nice that I guess we landed another S1 onto the Lilius here. And we S1 onto the... Anytime you have a low damage hero, you definitely don't want to go on the APOC. But here, I'm actually just gonna dump S3 onto the APOC here. Okay. And maybe we land another S1? Oh wow, we do. That's crazy. Yeah, we've landed on this this APOC a ton. I mean, this Fire Lilius. We might be able to just straight up one-shot here, so I might just try to kill the Lilius here just to avoid the S3. She's dead. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Now, everything is pretty much stabilized now. There isn't really any lose conditions anymore. Ooh, good dual attack from the Illinev. Fortunately, the S2 is on a pretty long cooldown, but it is what it is. We're just gonna S2 here. Just S1. So whenever you're posting notes, you want to make sure that you also include things like Yulha with 100 ER never got provoked or never got any debuffs or anything like that. It's always useful, just so that people know like if there's like an effectiveness Lilius or effectiveness anything. One more turn and she's pretty much dead. And just S1. Bit of a longer fight for the round 1 since we went a bit safer, but moving into round 2. Now, it's nostalgic music box with Sword of Cycling Seasons, which means we're not going to be seeing Alexa's basket on the Aiden. And it is a fast-ish Aiden. Nothing I'm really worried about, though. Protection set just gives us the extra level of kind of security. So yeah, now we're just gonna take the speed here from the Charlotte, and then we're just gonna S1. Probably gonna get countered. Okay, never mind. Oh, it's counter Landy. Okay, good to know. So is this a tank Landy? Yeah, 15k tank Landy. I'm not too worried about it. And just gonna S3. Just gonna stabilize here with the Roana barrier and the revive. That's more healing. The Landy is going to eventually be able to rip a empowered S3 again into us, which obviously is not ideal, but it's whatever. So that's another counter. That's more healing for the team. So right side definitely has a lot of tempo right now, but we're probably good, I think. Yeah, a lot of damage coming in, but we just need to eventually land on this Aiden and we should be good. We still don't land, which is unfortunate. We almost one-shot the Roana, the Landy there. Get another duel. We still have the revive, which now he revives. Now we're in a bit of a sticky situation because we need to make sure our Pillis doesn't die. If our Pillis dies, we might be in trouble. Oof, that barrier is a big problem for us. Decreased attack on the Aiden's nice, allows us to live one more turn. Holy Sacrifice goes. Now, because she's gonna get Vigor up, the Aiden's gonna slam into us. If I S3, it's guaranteed hit on the Aiden. If I S3 on Landy, I might not kill because 15k HP. Okay, we definitely go for the Aiden here. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, this fight's going a bit longer, but like I said, it's a must win this war, so the margin for error is very, very small. So Conquer Lilius gets Vigor back up. She dual attacks into the Landy. I probably don't want to hit the Landy because I could make her counter. And my Charlotte might not kill just because she has Vigor now. But the attack down is going to be very helpful to help us stay alive. Let's see. Yeah, our Pillars is still alive. The healing is coming in really big for them though, which is kind of annoying, but... And my Pillars is still alive. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Not good. Can't say this is good. I mean, we are going to get unlimited charges now, but not good. Uh-oh. This is not good. This is very not good. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're fine, right? I think we kill? Okay, we killed. Yeah, overall pretty good defense. Pretty strong. A lot of counters from the Landy, but you know, one loss is fine. So we'll move on to the second fight. Alrighty, so for our second fight of today, we're going to be attacking RGTN, and they're going to be having a Zeo, Aiden, and Landy setup. So I'm going to be opting to scout with a damage Bryceria on Symbol of Unity so that we have a 100% hit chance on the Aiden, and it's going to be a Dark Bait so that even if the Aiden goes first, we still do have immortality from our Bryceria S2. And basically, we're going to have Politis be fast enough for the Zeo to target, because Zeo does target the fastest unit on the enemy team. And we want to carry a book so that we can soul burn the Bryceria because it ignores effect resistance. And then we do want to have a little bit of a different Millum. So you want to have a little bit of a tanky Millum on the S1 heal EE. Because the idea for this is basically, no matter what the turn order is, Bryceria is going to be able to soul burn S3. They'll all be death broken. And then we're just going to be able to maybe kill the Aiden. Now the Aiden might just straight up die to the Bryceria since we are full DPS. And then the Millum's going to be able to finish off the Landy while death broken quite easily without any issues. For the second team, we're going to be having Rand, Senya, Lilius, which you guys have seen many times before. So we're going to be running with a mandatory Holy Sacrifice on the Troublemaker Cosette on just a standard build. And you want to make sure the positioning has Roanna in the back just so that she doesn't die. Immunity is going to be very important in case the Senya is on a fast build. And then we also want to have Inferno Kawazu on the Immunity EE on the Proof of Valor as tanky as possible, basically just so that he doesn't die. He does get healing off S2, so just make sure you're aware of that. But assuming everything goes to plan, should be pretty easy. So let's go ahead. Alright, so it looks like it's Bloody Rose on the Zeo, going for the Poly first. And then the Aiden's going to slam S3. Now the Landy is going to lose the invincibility right away here. Everything's good. Everything's working to plan. We have the speed screenshot here. We're going to Soul Burn S3 so that we can Death Break and apply Unbuffable. And I think the Aiden should be dead. Pretty sure. Yep, Aiden's dead. Now we don't want to Soul Burn the Poly. We do want to go for maybe the Zeo here. Since I am just gonna maybe S1, I can Soul Burn S1 into the Zeo. And I'm probably gonna go for an S3 on the Landy here to kill. Actually, you know what? If I S1 kill the Zeo, well, let me think about this. If we S1 kill the Zeo, the Landy comes back. The Landy's gonna be able to kill the Bryceria. The Bryceria dies, and then Millum still has attack buff to S3 into the Landy. Even if it's empowered, 1v1 is going to be better. If I kill this off, he kills the Bryceria, and then he kills the Poly. He takes another turn and might potentially kill my Millum if he hits through the evasion. But he might have empowered S3 here and kill here. No. You know, I think what we do is we just S1 the Zeo. Now, the Landy obviously is going to be able to kill off the Bryceria, maybe even the Politis. Didn't kill the Poly, which is good. Good for us. We can dump the S3 here. Now that I think about it, technically, I think either play would have been fine, but like I said, this is a must-win war, so sometimes just taking a pause and thinking about the turn order and what you should do is better than just rushing it. But that's the first round, so moving over into the second round. So looks like it's Alabastron Ran, which means I'm probably expecting to get defense broken here on the Roana. So we get def broken on both, but our Trozet is fast enough. So we're going to be able to cleanse the def break off the Trozet. And we're going to push the Roana. Now I should have got the speed there, but I guess I could still use the speed off of the Inferno Kawazu. And now I'm just probably going to want to get the barrier up here. We want to get the barrier up because we want to make sure we have as much survivability as possible. Because remember, this Senya is going to S3 and then the Lily is going to scale off the greater attack buff. So we want to have as much survivability as possible. 17k HP Lilius. Pretty respectable damage. I am going to try to kill the Ran. I don't think I'll have enough damage to kill, since it is an effectiveness Ran. Oh, we just had enough. Perfect. Now it's just going to take a while. Now Senya is going to have 13k HP, which means that the next time we have an S3 off the Inferno Kawazu, we should be able to kill. I say should because so many times now in previous videos I say should and they never die. But we do know that this is going to be a high effectiveness Senya because it's reliable. It's basically 100% provoke locking our 2 units here. So making a note of that in the notes is going to be good for whoever follows up. So we should be 1 turn off. I can't check the CR. I guess the stun is nice. So it's high effectiveness, which means there's no ER. So we're 1 turn off of an AoE attack. So we're just going to go for damage on the Senya. And I'm just gonna S1 maybe stun. No stun. That's fine. Senya moves, Inferno kills the Senya, and then we're good. Okay. So we kill off the Senya, and everything is good. Yeah, everything's good. And now it's just going to be a bunch of beating this Lilius down, slowly but surely.
3 hours later.
Now obviously that took longer than we wanted, but you know, better than nothing. So over into our 3rd battle today, and hopefully we end up strong. Alrighty, so for our final cook of today, we are going to be attacking MithrandirX, and the tower's already scouted, so I'll post the info for the first team now. So as you can see, the Ran is going to be able to go first and is going to give the highest attack to himself. So obviously we're going to be running a 2-man team. So Celine's going to be on the highest attack EE so that we can one-shot the Ran. And then we can S3 dump into the Sid. And obviously we have damage calculated the numbers just in case. We're for sure going to kill the Ran and we're for sure going to kill the Sid. The reason why we have Watcher as our second unit is because we have Sashi Athanis to push him up. And he's going to get pushed up to kill the Jacko and just completely one-shot him. We don't even need damage calc that because we ignore defense. And for the second team, it's Senya, Amid, and Kisei. So I'm going to be going with an ultimate cook, and the stats will be put on screen now. And as you can see, we're going to be having Zio at 250 speed, and with the speed calculator, we're going to be moving up to 312.5 speed. So we're for sure going to be able to take the first turn. And the idea is we're going to be able to Zio S3 onto the Senya. Now our Arunka is currently at 272 speed, and she'll get a 10% CR push from Spear Purification, which means that she's going to be pushing up to about 302 speed. So we're going to be able to one-shot the Senya as they will have barrier without any problem whatsoever. And then we also have damage calculated it, as you can see. For our third unit, we are running with Sez, and we have damage calculated his Soul Burn S3, as you can see on screen now. And the idea is having him at 233 speed with a max Secret Art Storm Sword, he basically cuts to 306 speed. So whether Sez goes first or Arunka goes first, it really doesn't matter. We're basically just going to shred this whole team down and just win. So let's go ahead.
Are you sure about that?
Alright, so the Rand's gonna get the non-attack, or the attack buff. Our Celine's gonna S3 to kill. We're gonna get pushed to the front. We're going to S3 onto the Sid here and kill for sure, since we have a 100% crit chance. And the Sid is basically dead. And then Watcher Shuri can S3 onto the Jacko and basically dead. And yeah, very clean. So moving into the second one. And now we are obviously going first, so we're going to S3 onto the Senya to proc the barrier, which is the non-attack skill. And as you can see, my 2 units, boom, they zoom to the front, as you can see, in about 1 second. Boom. Alright, there we go. Now we are going to Soul Burn S3 onto the Kisei, since we do have a 100% crit chance, and we're for sure going to kill. And they're basically dead. And we blow up the Kisei. Bam. Almost dead. Unfortunately, they don't have the barrier anymore, so I think the optimization was a little bit off here. But nonetheless, we're just going to go ahead and kill the Senya. Hopefully we kill. Otherwise, this was definitely a little bit of an overcook. Okay, never mind. Yeah, we're fine. Perfect. Alright, very nice. Nice and clean. Now, obviously, the Zeo is just going to be able to finish it off. Actually, the Sez is going to be able to go. Ooh. Oh, come on. I haven't seen the Sez S2 in so long. Alright, well, nice and clean. And that's why follow-up is so much easier. So, let's go. Alright, so that's going to do it for today's Guild War battle. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the final cook on the last battle. Once again, put your guesses down below to see how much gold I spent for this attack. It's always fun when you're able to 2-man a tower. It always feels good because the prep always works. But it is a close war, and I think we did pretty good, so no complaints today. But as always, if you guys did enjoy this type of Guild War content, please consider dropping a like and comment below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hope to see you guys on the next one on Wednesday, and we'll be releasing a new video very soon, so stay tuned on Tuesday. And as always, thank you so much for supporting, and yeah, take care. Bye.